Thanks for tuning in to Born to Ride TV, the longest-running biker TV show in the world. We salute Dad, our fathers. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers who are born to ride. We'll go back inside the vault. Classic Father's Day features from 25 years of Born to Ride. Happy Father's Day. And this week, it's Choppertown, including feature interviews with overall winner James Fish Alcorn from Alleyway Customs. Did I say Chill Bunnies? And Drew Seamer from Freak Show Fab. Oh, and we get a walkthrough from these guys. And Born to Ride's Great American Moto Fest is coming. All this and more here on Born to Ride.
Hey, I'm Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. You're watching Born to Ride TV. Oh, yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to Born to Ride TV. You know, today's Father's Day, so I have my father here and I have my children. I'm pretty blessed to have such beautiful children and to be such a young father. And we have 3 generations right here in front of you. And Dad, it's good to have you here on Father's Day.
Thanks, Ron, and it's good to be here with you 3. And believe me, there's nothing like these 2. They're the joys of my life, believe me. And you also, you did a good job growing up and becoming what you are today. And I sure am proud. I'm proud to be a father and a grandfather to these 2 lovely children.
Well, thanks, Dad. You've always been there for me. And to all the fathers out there, I want to wish you guys a happy Father's Day. And we have a great show coming up for you. And I just want to say, Dad, I love you. And to kids, I love you guys too.
I love you all. Wonderful.
Okay, so stay tuned right here for more on Born to Ride.
Born to Ride is sponsored in part by Rubenstein Law, 1-800-FL-LEGAL, representing riders since 1988. Offices throughout Florida, 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
Okay, I'm coming up to my dad's house today. It's for Father's Day. He doesn't know that he's in the Born to Ride magazine. He's about to find out, and we're about to open the show for Born to Ride's Father's Day episode. So stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Oh, brother, where'd you pick up that picture from? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's taken me a long way back. Wow. But dads take too much credit because most of the credit should go to their sons and daughters. Because, believe it or not, this guy's done a lot for me.
Well, it's Born to Ride, and it's Happy Father's Day. It's the Father's Day edition. Just want to welcome everybody to the show. I got my dad. He just saw the Born to Ride magazine for the first time. He didn't know it's the Father's Day edition, and he was included in it. What'd you think, Dad?
I think it's just touching, and I'm really, really touched with it. It shows the love that are in people these days, and we need more of it. And I sure get a lot of love from my children, and I appreciate it.
All right, well, happy Father's Day, Dad. Coming up on the show, we got a great story of the Hodge family. A very touching story about Mr. Rowe and his son, and a lot of other things right here on Born to Ride. It's all because we care. And happy Father's Day out there to the fathers. And once again, happy Father's Day, Dad.
Thanks, Ron.
I love you, and happy Father's Day.
Love you too, and I love all you guys.
And we'll be right back with more on Born to Ride from the Father's Day episode of Born to Ride.
Matt Hodge is one of the most dynamic custom motorcycle builders in the world today. At the age of 10, Matt Hodge was using his father's experience and knowledge to generate tangible creations. His childhood memories that took place in the garage with his dad, Pat Hodge, and his granddad, Joe Hodge, are a direct source of his success today. Pat Hodge, Matt Hodge's father, is no stranger to the world of motorcycle repair. And Pat Hotch is truly a success in the field of fatherhood, and no man could possibly want more for their son than what Matt has become, not only as a builder, but as a father. I always knew Matt's potential, Pat said, but I never dreamed it would turn out like this. I'm very proud of Matt. It's hard to put into words. As a father, you raise your kids and hope that everything turns out all right, and Matt just took that to a whole new level. Pat Hotch is now retired and works with Matt hands-on in the shop, and is a proud grandfather of Matt's son Ryder and a set of twins that his daughter Connie had just this year. When I was growing up, my grandfather and my father always had clean garages with pegboards to hang tools and a painted floor, explained Matt. During every family holiday, the guys would always go out to the garage, and these are some of the best memories I have shared with both of them. They'd show me how to use all their tools. And just like his father, Matt would rather talk about his son than himself. I'm a new father, he said. It's awesome and pretty unbelievable to have my own son. It's a life-changing event. People can tell you about it, but actually doing it is amazing. So here's an idea for this Father's Day. Don't just tell your dad that you appreciate him. Appreciate him for all he has to offer. Ask him about what he was like growing up, and try to find out what made him who he is today. Ask him about his work, his experience, and his expertise. Share in his interests and hobbies. This information and the memories that you create with your father may turn out to be unexpectedly valuable, like in the story of Matt Hotch Designs. This Father's Day, we are honoring a special father. Newport Richey resident David Rowe's son, Sergeant Mike Rowe, gave the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Sergeant Rowe was killed in action last year in Iraq. Tragically, it was on the day before his 24th birthday. His father, David, has made it his life's ambition to share his son's story through a custom 1977 Harley Sportster that is wrapped in his son's uniform. The U.S. Military Vets Motorcycle Club recently recognized this act of love and respect and honored David and his son, Sergeant Rowe, at a recent get-together where hearts were touched by his story of the bike, his son, and his son's baby, which Sergeant Rowe never had a chance to know or hold.
We're here on the Bud Run, and what we're doing here is honoring Michael David Rowe, his dad here. He honored his son who passed away in an IED explosion in Iraq, and he laminated his motorcycle with his son's uniform. And we at the U.S. Military Vets honor this man and his son and the sacrifices the family has made. And I'd like to read a poem that his son, Michael, wrote to him for Father's Day. Father, I will always look on you as a man whose shoes I will never fill, but I will do my best to make the right choices, to be as much a man as you. I cherish all your traits. Your hard, earnest work will always inspire me to do my best. Your word is something that you have shown me must be kept, and I admire how you can do that unconsciously. Your kind and open heart will always let me be able to help anyone in need, and the fairness shown to all will always allow me to be impartial. Dad, you are the one in my life that I will always aspire to be like. I will never stop being someone that you can brag about. I want you to know that there is never a day I cannot be with you, because we share these great traits you have instilled in me. Happy Father's Day. Thank you for being such a great dad. Your son, Michael David Rowe. And today we honor this man and the sacrifices that he's made, and so many others, for the freedom that we just take for granted. God bless David Rowe.
God bless America. God bless my son, my hero. Thank you.
We'll never forget him.
Thank you.
They want you to explain the items on the motorcycle that you have placed on there from your son's uniform.
The air cleaner I had made several years ago just had Rowe on it, and when my son passed away, and the idea hit me to make it a memorial to him, I took Rowe off and I put that inscription on there right now. The uniform, I was doing a top end on the bike, and it just hit me, I don't know, spiritual inspiration, if you will, to make it a memorial to him. So I asked his wife, I told his wife what I wanted to do. she consented to it. I spent 3 hours dismantling the uniform with an X-Acto knife. A friend of mine, AJ from Street Seats, who does interiors for hot rods, he sewed it all together, redid the seat completely. He sewed patches on. The bike will never be done. I'll always be doing something to it. Right now I'm in the process of making a license plate frame with a cross on the top and the fallen soldier emblem, the boots, the M16, and the helmet. But my whole thing is to immortalize my son's memory.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another edition, Born to Ride Live. I am the Flash Man, that handsome devil, of course, Dave Nichols, editor and or chief of Born to Ride and BornToRide.com.
Hi, everybody. Indeed. Welcome to another wonderful week of Born to Ride Live.
Yes,
and I've heard we might have a special guest today.
We do have a very special guest I'm going to bring in right now, and it is, wait a minute.
Salvador Dali?
Boo!
Oh, jeez.
What's happening, guys?
Oh, my heart. Wow, it's Ron Galletti, everybody.
Love it.
Behind Born to Ride, and 25 years of quality motorcycle television. Right there, Ron Galletti. Ron, what you doing?
Oh, man, it's great to be on, guys. What an exciting show we have planned today. You know, Dave's going to have some breaking news coming up on something very special. It's going to affect everybody. But, you know, Father's Day, what I wanted to touch on is Father's Day, how important it is to not only Born to Ride and myself. I lost my dad years ago, but, you know, the things he instilled in me, I see it now in my son. He's working a job now, and we're getting rave reviews. He's doing great, and it's that family thing for my daughter, my son, but everybody's daughters and sons and family, you know, Father's Day. It's you know, people that got to ride with their father. This month in the magazine, Dave, you did some amazing articles of people riding together. And, you know, we live that dream through other people's because we didn't get to do it, or if we did or not. And I think when all else fails, that's what Born to Ride's about, is real people and real emotions. You know, other magazines, sometimes they forget the holidays, but we did the same thing last month for Mother's Day and Women and Memorial Day. And we got to touch those things on people, and we got to let people know that we really do care. So when you watch the show today, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel the emotion of fatherhood, and you should feel it because it's real. And Born to Ride, it might make you laugh, but it might make you cry. But it's going to take you on travel and adventure. And just like this show today, Flash, you guys are doing a great job. I'm happy to be here. Got a lot of cool stuff coming up.
Yeah. Now listen, I gotta ask you a question, Ron. Have the Rays extended a contract to Bruiser yet? I know he's been playing some serious baseball, dude.
Yeah, you know what? No, and it's really hard. It's really hard for you know, baseball. There's so many kids out there playing baseball in only a few positions, and to get to the major leagues, it's almost like a miracle. But you know what? He's still playing. We're playing travel ball. We got a tournament this weekend. And we're not going to miss a minute of it, you know, because that's how important family is. And, you know, we enjoy it. It might be the last few games he ever plays, but they might not be. So it's all on him, you know.
You just never know in this day and age. So, Ron, I understand breaking news. We got breaking news that we're breaking on this very show right now.
Yes, we do. Should I go ahead and tell everybody?
Break the news, Dave.
Okay.
Go for it, Dave.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, many of you have heard about the High Seas Rally. It is a cruise of the Caribbean for bikers.
A biker cruise, man.
It's a biker cruise. Imagine a couple hundred of your best friends, a bunch of bikers going to the Caribbean, and Salvador Dali too.
Yes.
Imagine how much fun the High Seas Rally will be. Live music, great food. Well, friends, you know, that's coming up in October. But the big news is,
yes,
because of COVID and because we don't want to have social distancing on this cruise, we don't want to wear masks on this cruise. The good folks at the High Seas Rally and Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines have decided to postpone the cruise for 1 year. So it will happen in October of 2022. But get this.
Yeah.
The booze is free. Yes,
say it again. I think we broke up, Dave. It sounded like you said the booze is going to be free.
Yeah, if you go on a cruise, the thing you spend the most money on is
the booze.
Because the food's all there. You already paid for the food. Well, they're giving us the booze too. So
a biker booze cruise. Is that what you're telling me, Dave?
I'm telling you. And not only that, but you can win a free stateroom at the wonderful Moto Fest. Come by and go to the booth, go down to the High Seas Rally booth. You can win a free cruise of the Caribbean.
For two.
For two.
Yes.
Friends here at Born to Ride. What do you think of that?
Ron, is this going to be legal? Are we legally allowed to do this?
I'm telling you what, they're a first-class organization, guys. It's the number one cruise. It's the only cruise for bikers. They give the whole ship to bikers. And hang with this. Don't worry, they are first class. And if they're offering free booze, that is unbelievable, because we know people that can drink them under the table. And that's going to be worth the price of admission alone. So first class organization.
I guess you could say they really do give a ship.
They do, Flash. Very well.
We got a great show coming up, guys. So sit tight and don't miss what we're doing, because it's so important tonight. And just, you never know what's coming up. So we're not going to tell you everything, but stay tuned, because you won't want to miss it.
Born to Ride. Let's get into our first segment. It's Born to Ride Live, everybody. Don't you move. We've got an exciting hour.
Let's watch.
If Instagram is your thing, we're there. We're everywhere. Follow us at #Born to Ride Motorcycle Media, your #1 motorcycle resource.
Born to Ride caught up with two consistent winners of bike shows all around the area. Stephen Gehring Sr. and his only son, Stephen Jr., have made it a point to enjoy their family's love of motorcycles together. Their custom Big Dog motorcycles always seem to take first place or best in show in just about every bike show event that they have entered. But showing their bikes is just part of their passion. Riding is the other. So, on this Father's Day, let's ride along with Stephen Sr. and Stephen Jr. as the Gehrings fire up their big dogs and remind all fathers and sons to find something you both enjoy and to get out and spend some time together. You won't regret it. Happy Father's Day from Born to Ride. We at Born to Ride are always looking for exceptional talent in the custom bike arena. And recently, we found a truckload. Cody Hearsome and his father Doug, owners of Razorback Hogs in Bolton, Ontario, have recently unveiled their first completed creation. And what a creation it is. Completely unique and unlike anything we've ever seen, we just had to bring you the 411 on the fertile imagination of its creator, young Cody Hearsome. But let's hear the story from the people that finally made it happen. Cody and his father, Doug Hearsome of Razorback Hogs.
How it came about, I really don't know. 25 years of racing, two different marriages, and a son that just drove me crazy wanting a custom motorcycle. This whole thing is about my son. Our plans are in the next 5 years, Cody will take over the business, and I'll just be on the sidelines. I'll do a little bit of machining and give my input, but this is about Cody. Having my son as a partner was something that right from day one, when Cody came home from the hospital, that was my whole plan. However, it took 15 years for my son to step up to the plate. As you can see, my son's pretty creative. This is pretty much all his design work. I have a little bit of influence there, but this is all Cody's talent with a pencil.
Hi, my name is Cody Hearsome. I'm along with my father Doug Hearsome from Razorback Hogs. Me and my father built this custom motorcycle, brought it to the Rat's Hole at Daytona Bike Week. This has been our life for the past year, our first motorcycle ever completed. All the design work and engineering is done by myself and my father. My father influences me more than anyone in the world. I love doing what I do. Just being beside him, it's just amazing to be able to do something like this with your family member, you know. As far as schooling, I dropped out of school in grade 11 to come do this with my father. I thought it was where I needed to go in life. My buddy influenced me, Mikey Clarkson. He's the best friend I could ever have. Thanks, Mike. Just, you know, all the parts on this bike, there was hours upon hours of thought put into them. We must have cut about 100 motorcycles out of cardboard before we got to where we are now. And like I just said, this is the first bike we've ever built. We got many crazy prototype designs back at the shop to be forwarded into the bike market. I think we're definitely gonna make a bang in the industry. We build motorcycles unlike anyone else there. I like keeping my head out of the box. I like thinking different. I like being unique. I'm my own individual. My father has the most influence on me. I think together we butt heads a lot, but we come to a very mutual agreement. And what you see sitting in front of you right here is both my father's and myself's design work. And this is our life, you know, like all our time and energy has went into building this motorcycle. We devoted 6 months of our life to design work and engineering. We've never built a motorcycle before. My father was a drag racer, past drag racer for 25 years. He raced Alcohol Funny Car and Top Fuel, and I just bugged him to get my way. I would like to announce something special to my father for Father's Day. This has been tough times, both of us, through the last 6 months of my life, and I would just like to say to my father, I love you, and without you I couldn't make it, Dad. He's the best. He's the man. Happy Father's Day.
Thanks, bro.
This week we met a gentleman who was out celebrating with his son, and we thought we'd feature him this week on Father's Day.
I was born to ride, man. Tell you what, if he could ride, he'd still ride that mother. He waited all week for this, and he's just excited. Dad, this is for Father's Day. You're born to ride. Yeah. Thumbs up, baby. Okay. All right. Born to ride. I love you. Yeah, I love you too, boy. It don't get it better than that. No, it doesn't get. Great. We love it. Yeah. It's the Harley family. I was born to ride.
Happy Father's Day, Dad. I love you.
Me too, boy. Oh,
I love you and everything, but one day when you get old, you'll be working for me.
That's great. You're gonna be working for him.
And now a special Father's Day message from Emily and Ronnie Galletti.
Get your motor running, head out on the highway, looking for adventure. Whatever comes our way. I know we're gonna make it happen. Take the world and go on it. We're born to be wild. We can climb so high. I never wanna go. Born to be wild. Born to be wild. Born to be wild. Happy Father's Day! From Born to Ride! Let's go for a ride! Woo! It's Father's Day, so we gotta celebrate a good day. We love you, Dad! We love you, Dad. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, Daddy. We love you. We wish we kissed you. To all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day to Born to Ride. Thank you. Happy Father's Day of all the fathers and Born to Ride. Yeah. The motor's running. Heading on the highway. Looking for the adventure. We'll never come highway. This is for Father's Day.
Hey, what are y'all doing?
Nothing.
Nothing? What are you doing with the microphone and the camera set up?
Oh, we were just staying here, doing something like.
Because I thought we were going to go for a ride or something, and I didn't know the camera. What are you doing with the camera out here? You got something up your sleeve?
No.
Do you? No. Are you sure?
No.
What is that camera on? What are we doing?
I don't know. Mommy set it up for something.
She did. Oh, okay. All right, well, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay. Okay. Go! Born to be wild, born to be wild. Let's go shack some bait.
Seattle Engraving Center, the masters of gun customization, featuring incredible detailed engraving, 24-karat gold plating, diamonds, gems, murals, amazing gold accents, first-class quality, 100% satisfaction. More bang for your buck from their showroom. Raise money for your charity with a one-of-a-kind prize. Seattle Engraving. You dream it, they will create it.
Hey, man. Hey, we found it. It's Choppertown.
We found Choppertown, man.
Choppertown, man.
Welcome to Choppertown!
My name's James Fish Alcorn. My company name's Alleyway Customs, and we're out of Jacksonville, Florida. Alleyway does full custom bike builds, paint work, fabrication, hand-tooled leather, upholstery, we do everything. The ones we brought to this show is a 1982 FXS chopper. We call that one the root beer bike. We also have a 1947 knucklehead, pretty standard bobber. Then we have our 1942 WLA, the Folsom Flathead, and we had the bike I just completed last year for the People's Champ and Born Free, my 51 Panhead Francine. That bike was designed and built for the Born Free show in California, and the reason I feel like that's relevant is because that's a very specific period of years that those bikes are for. You know, manual brakes, very of the era, and that bike was something that would have been built, in my opinion, it's my twist of the really early choppers, late 50s, early 60s, before you had extended front ends and really cut frames up and stuff like that. But the premise of that bike was a paint style that I believe Arlen Ness kind of founded, and that was kind of a two-tone, one side of the bike being one color, the other side of the bike being another color. I just did it really kind of subtle. So one side of the bike's tangerine candy, and the other side of the bike's root beer candy. And then it kind of went from there, built a lot of the stuff out of stainless, and just kept, as we continued into that competition, we were forced to keep getting crazier and crazier. So we did all the sand casting, the headlights, the taillights, the foot pegs, the kicker pedal, you know, all that stuff, and just tried to find some balance and making it all flow together, you know. Originally the bike was going to be a lot more mellow bobber, and I was going to do a dual headlight setup, but once it went to a full custom chopper, shiny chrome, everything, I wanted to condense the dual headlight idea to combine it where both headlights fit within the springs of the Springer. So you can't see, they don't stick out, they don't look like a big, you know, praying mantis head or anything. They're stuck in the front end. We do so many different styles of bikes, but my passion is with those older bikes. I really like the bobber style. I don't really, I like a very rideable motorcycle, where it will handle and be nimble, perform well, where you're not really, I mean, I have had longer bikes, but I prefer not to really wrestle them too much if you don't have to, you know, but it's also important for them to look cool too, you know, so usually no front brake, you know, usually really streamlined, stripped down, you know, nothing too crazy, but very, very rideable, you know. I like the Indian Larry, Paul Cox style, Cole Foster, the Salinas Boys stuff, where the bikes look like they really flow and everything works together, you know. Man, it's super cool. You guys got a great building and a great batch of people. You know, there's bikes that go from all different spectrums inside. So it's a lot to see, and it's a very presentable event. You guys did a great job. Thank you so much for having us, and check us out at Alleyway Customs.
My name is Drew Seamer. I have Freak Show Fabrication down in Fort Myers, Florida. It's a custom shop. We make parts, art, build motorcycles, full fabrication, some paint, hot rods, stuff like that. So a lot of the guys, they have a lot of my parts on, like you said. Shift knobs, grips. I've done a lot of fabrication like the sissy bars, seats, bits and bots and odds and ends. Some of them have my paint jobs on them. Just a little bit of everything, really. A lot of my inspiration comes from a lot of the older magazines. You know, we have a huge collection of them, so we're always looking for inspiration from a lot of the greats, a lot of the older guys, you know, from the 70s and the 60s. And then just some of it's just kind of comes out of my head, really. I mean, just try to be different, try to do something that you haven't seen before. Some kooky stuff. Keep it fun. Oh, Choppertown's been a great show so far. It's been a lot of fun. A lot of good people have shown up. A lot of great motorcycles, great vendors. It's like a weird little family, little dysfunctional family that we all have here, and it's just a lot of fun. You get to see your friends, meet new friends, you know, make new friends, meet new people, see some really cool bikes that you haven't seen before, and it's been a good time. It's a good vibe going on. no flex zone. It's been a lot of fun, you know. There's all walks of life kind of coming in there. There's been a lot of people from older people to young people to kids to, you know, families are in there checking it out and stuff, and it's cool. It's cool, and everyone is appreciating the old school stuff, kind of the way it used to be, and seeing a lot of the bikes and the art and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Like, you know, you hear all the stories from a lot of these guys and some of the old timers. You know, oh, I had this bike back in the day, or oh, it reminds me of this chopper I had, and it's pretty cool. It's neat to see a lot of these guys. You see their faces light up when they see something that you've done, and they can relate to it, and you hear a bunch of fun old stories and stuff. It's pretty cool. It makes you feel good, you know. It's important for people like me and some of my other my peers, I guess you could say, and you know, people I work with, that to reach out to the younger crowd, because I mean, let's just face it, you know, that's who's going to carry this on for us, and the people that are going to be our customers, and people are going to keep riding motorcycles and keeping it alive, especially with custom choppers and stuff like that. The old dudes just aren't riding them anymore, or you know, it's time to kind of move on to another generation, I guess. So it is really cool when you see younger people that are interested in this to kind of like keep it going. Just to have something from Mondo, like, I mean, he's a legend really in the industry. Paco, I mean, we all use their parts, all of us do. And then obviously a little bit of money is nice, and it was cool for them to donate to stuff and put it towards it. No, absolutely, get you a little excited, you know, you could have an opportunity to win, you know, and stuff like that. So that's cool, you know. A lot of us base our stuff off of something that they've done, or something that they did back in the day, or inspiration from it, or, you know, something to take from what they did. So it is cool to potentially get a little bit of something from them. I mean, he's the godfather of choppers. I mean, that's what they call him, you know. And I mean, heck, even my Triumph in there has an old Denver Springer on it from back in the 70s. So I mean, it's stuffed around. I mean, the parts they used to make was great. I mean, those are the parts that you seek out as like a chopper guy if you're looking for stuff. So like, to have that little bit of like pay it forward to like us, is kind of carrying on his torch, because I mean, he probably feels the same way after he's gone. They're tired and doesn't want to do it anymore. There's got to be someone else that has to keep it going, or we're going to lose this type of stuff, and it's just going to kind of fade to the wayside. So to have that, it feels good. It's a very, very cool feeling to have someone that's such a prevalent person in the industry to want to support us little guys out here. Oh, me and Eric actually have a fairly good relationship. He comes down to my shop and shoots a lot. I've always got new bikes for him. We've known each other for a while. He's a good guy, man, and he's really trying to make cool things happen, to get people together and to make shows like this happen, or bring these motorcycles to the public, or really get them out there. He's a great guy. I like him. You know, he's got a lot of passion. He does. I'm really happy to have you as part of Born to Ride. Yeah, you're lucky to have him. He's a hard worker, and he's really trying to do some stuff. But you can get a hold of me probably through, the easiest thing is my Instagram, which is Freak Show Fab. And yeah, that's probably the easiest way to get through.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Choppertown, Born to Ride, and Thunderball.
Saturday, July 24th, it's coming. Born to Ride's Great American Moto Fest.
Born to Ride live. Here we are. I'll tell you what, getting ready for, what are you doing for Father's Day, Dave? Anything special Father's Day ride of any sort?
No.
I'll
be lucky just to make it through the day.
Well, that's yeah, a lot of times Father's Day turns out to be work for us.
Yeah, no, I got nothing going.
I might actually see if my daughter wants to jump on the back of the old bike and take a little stroll about the area.
That's a great idea.
You know, it's always
That's a
cool.
Super good idea.
She really does like to get out and ride, and that is it was Ron was saying earlier, it's cool to get with your kids and family and get her done, and especially when we get her done on 2 wheels, buddy.
And also, if you run out and get the current issue of Born to Ride, the June issue, you will see many great stories about fathers and sons riding together and wrenching together. And there's even a great story about a father-son team that they do the wall of death.
What?
I mean, there's some good stories in there. So check it out. Born to Ride June issue is on sale now and online. Go to borntoride.com and you can look at the whole thing for free.
That's it. Check out borntoride.com. So much, 25 years of content on borntoride.com. And, of course, it's got all of the links to all of our other social media channels, YouTube and Instagram and so many others. There's just, again, so much content out there. We are about motorcycles and the folks that like to ride them. So make sure that you do check out.
And coming up, hey,
borntoride.com.
we've got a bunch of neat stuff coming at you here in a minute. More from the Born to Ride Vault about Father's Day. And also we're going to go back to Chopperfest and show you some of the fun that went on at that. That's just to whet your appetite for Moto Fest, which is coming up July 24th. Don't forget Plant City, Florida. Boy, that is going to be one heck of a party. It's the ultimate biker rodeo, and you can join in.
I'm going to join. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to be hosting a lot of those festivities. I can't wait to get back into some of those old school biker games, buddy.
Yes, indeed. It's all there, and it's some great bands and a swap meet. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a heck of a day. So July 24th.
And by the way, folks, if you're heading out and you have an extra front seat for a full dresser Harley, I'm probably going to be looking for one of those, the backrest. The backrest.
The backrest.
The backrest out there at the swap meet. So bring those out if anybody's got one. Cheap.
Very good.
Kind of cheap.
What do you say?
What do you say? Let's get into the second clip here.
Let's do it. And we'll
coming at you.
It's coming at you way too fast.
Yes.
Welcome to Choppertown.
Well, Choppertown Live is about not only motorcycles, it's about the lifestyle. It's about the culture. It's choppers, it's hot rods, it's custom vans, skateboards, surfboards. It's all about that lifestyle from the 70s, early 80s. And like I said earlier, we've got builders that are world renowned. We got some guys that are building stuff in their garage. It was a builder's invitational. We've been working on this for about 4 months. We got together with Zach from Choppertown movie. Everybody knows the movies. They're kind of a cult phenomenon. And we're working together with him to put together a live show to kind of bring that to another level. And we've managed to talk Mondo into building us a custom one-off Springer 16 over front end. That's going to be going to the Builder's Choice Award, which is handed out tomorrow at 4 o'clock. We're going to have all the builders vote on their favorite build. And the Builder's Choice Award is called the Bill Dodge Award of Excellence. Bill Dodge can't be working with us because of his recent accident, but what I'll be doing is I'll be taking pictures of his bikes for the top 4, and he's going to just say the final say who the Builder's Choice Award is. Now, the Builder's Choice Award winner, they're going to get $1,000 courtesy of FTW. We're also going to get the Springer front end, and Paco, the legendary Paco, is giving us a frame, hardtail frame. So whoever that lucky winner is tomorrow at 4 o'clock, they're going to walk home with a handful of awesome stuff, and they're already halfway there on their next build. Well, I think a lot of these young builders are, whether they admit it or not, they're influenced by these old legendary guys. We've got the old guys and we've got the young guys, but they're all influenced by the Mondos and the Pacos and stuff. So if we can get those names behind what we're doing and add some authenticity, it's not that what we're doing is fake, but if they're on board with us, they're on board with us. So, it's really worked out well for us. There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that go behind all these bikes. And I think it's important for me, with the talent that I have as a photographer, to make sure we get these bikes on the proverbial film. So the least I can do is get one really nice or 2 really nice studio shots of their bikes to give back to them as a thank you. Well, it's like a surfer looking for the next wave. I don't really know what I'm looking for until I see it. I'm looking for something that it's unique, that catches my eye, that I know it excites me as a photographer and a motorcycle enthusiast. I think if it excites me, it's going to excite other people as well. So it could be that $100,000 machine built by Indian Larry and his team, or it could be that garage-built motorcycle that, you know, the guy's been sacrificing life with his family and work to get that thing done. You know, it's not always about the exterior look. There's a lot of story behind these motorcycles as well. So if I can get great pictures of these bikes to help push that story along, then I've done my job. Man, I think they were gracious enough to give us this building. We were going to start out in a tent in the corner of the property here at Thunder by the Bay. Once they realized what we were doing, they said, we think you're going to need more room. Go ahead and use this building. And then I went in to a meeting a couple weeks ago, and they said, now how much building are you going to need? And I said, we're going to need all of it. And I don't think they kind of grasped what we're going to do here. They had no idea that, you know, what we're doing is kind of unique to the area anyway. Nobody else is doing it. So we threw them the floor plan, we put it together, and everybody seems very excited about it. The non-chopper people, the bagger people, the old school, the young guys, everybody's digging what we're doing here, and we're hoping to really expand this and maybe take this on the road in the future. You know, this is only the first step, and I've already, you know, you learn from your mistakes. It's not really mistakes, but we can always learn to do what we can do better. So I've already got ideas for the next one, so if everybody likes what we're doing now, wait till the next one. Now, man, I'm just proud to be born to ride, and I'm proud to be able to represent these guys. I understand the talent and the artistry it takes to build these motorcycles. So as a photographer, my job is to get those in pictures and really represent and celebrate what those guys can do. So hopefully we can just keep pushing on from here and keep doing great things.
Harley-Davidsons is at an all-time high. People are buying Harley-Davidsons as fast as we can stock them. That makes your bike worth more than ever before. If you ever wonder what that bike sitting in your garage is worth, it's never been easier than right now. Come visit us at Crystal Harley Davidson, located in Homosassa, Florida, or visit us at crystalharley.com.
How about it, Dave? How about it?
What a show.
Yes,
Another
indeed.
hour of nonstop fun here on Born to Ride Live. And we'll do it again next week, friends.
Yes, we will. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, past, present, future. Does that make sense?
Sure it does.
All right. We'll run with that.
Remember, friends, all time is simultaneous. It's all happening right now.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Just remember that.
Yes, indeed. Well, seriously, though, folks, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. And you guys have a great week, and we will see you again next week. BornToRide.com. Check it out. It's got, of course, all the digital copies to all the back issues of Born to Ride, including the current one, and, of course, all of the social media channels as well. And don't forget Boss Hog Radio Thursday night, same time, same Facebook channel.
Yes, indeed. A lot of fun with Fester Jenkins and Mama Dukes.
There you go. And the rest of the gang out there. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Have a great week, y'all.
See ya.
Hey, it's Debbie with Born to Ride. Tune in every Thursday, 7 to 8 p.m. on the Boss Hog Radio, a fast hour of good talk. Good biker talk, what you really want to hear.
That's right, folks. I'm Fester Jenkins. In the studio, though, we do have Rob from R&R.
Thank you.
Years past, you worked with Easy Riders.
Well, we raced with Easy Riders.
Okay. And
what it was is I raced my own team. I started with Tampa Bay Ray. I ended up with Gary Friel and some other people. So I was in it for 8 years, hands-on. And then I got out of it completely. And then 18 years later, they called me up and asked me if I wanted to be the field boss again. So 2 years ago, I took over that job again. So I'm tied up with that. And it's been, rodeos are great. You know, I've been doing it all my life. And it's a lot of fun. They'll find out July 24th.
I was about to say, are you going to be doing the rodeo on July 24th?
Yep, I'm going to be running the show out on the field, and I also got 2 trikes I'm bringing in and a couple of solo bikes to pull with. So I'm going to let some, friends and guests pull on the trike. This is an invitational event, especially because it's the first one. We want people to come out and feel comfortable trying to do some stuff in the rodeo. We're going to set the sled puller up to where it's real light. We're going to have like a 800, 1,000, 1,200 pound class bike, so you can come out with your street bike and we got some weight for you. We'll strap it to the back of the bike, and you get a chance to pull the sled. And we can adjust the sled as much as we want, so we can make it easy, we can make it real hard. We'll make it easy so everybody gets a chance to feel how it is, and if they want to come back the second or third round, we can tighten it up a little bit more, and we can stop them wherever we want if we have to. I got 2 of my trikes. We got 1 at Tampa Bay Race trike, so there'll be 3 trikes there for sure, and this is a real early count. But we're setting the bikes up for solo pullers and stuff like that, so we're going to put on a real good show for them.
Saturday, July 24th, it's coming. Born to Ride's Great American Moto Fest.